Hi, the Medicare store is bringing today's national holiday. April 3rd is National DIY Day. I have put together a DIY that I also got on YouTube. We're going to make a cover for our Kindle. It is going to be fun, so get your sewing stuff ready. Here we go. First of all, you need to cut a front of a coordinating fabric, a pocket, 2 lining pieces, the back, and 2 pieces of batting. I have already taken the liberty to quilt the first piece for the back, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do the front. So you take the lining and you would measure whatever pattern you want to quilt on the batting. I kind of wanted to center the top one because we're going to be putting the button on. So I will go ahead and get this one sewn, and then we'll go on from there. This is I'm just simply doing a grid design on mine. You can get as fancy as you want. Now I do have the measurements for these pieces, but ideally all you do is you measure your Kindle, or if it's an iPad, you measure that and you add 2 inches. I'm going to place the lining on top. I'm going to trim this down to the same size. So the next thing that we're going to do is the pocket. I've turned it over 1/4 of an inch and then another 1/4 of an inch, and we're going to sew basically the hem of it down. We're going to take the front, we're going to lay this pocket on top like so. Then we'll take the back and we'll put the back on top, right sides together, and we're going to sew that together. I've used 1/4 inch seams. Then we're going to clip the corners so that it won't be too bulky. Being careful not to cut our stitches that we've got in place. And we'll turn this right side out. And we want to take and push those corners out as best we can. And we'll give that a quick press. And we're going to repeat the process with our lining. And then we're going to slip this inside this. So the next step will be to attach our little piece of elastic so that we can bring it down and tie it. So I'm going to kind of measure for the middle, which would be right here. And on the back of it, which in my case is the flowered print, I'm going to pin my elastic. I'm going to cut it first. You would measure that to where you would put your button. I'm going to pin it in here, trying not to twist it, like so. And put a pin in that. And then we're going to pin these 2 pieces together. And then we're just going to sew around. We'll turn it inside, pull this out. We need to, oops, should have kept that in there. Pulled this part out through the hole we left at the bottom of the lining, like so. Push these corners out with your finger. Tuck this down inside so we can seal this off. And then run a quick stitch across the bottom. And all that's left to do is to push the lining inside. Give this another quick press around the top so that it's nice and neat, because we're going to top stitch it. We're going to top stitch around the top, and then the last thing would be to put the button, to sew this button right here. And there we have it, a Kindle cover.